What's going on, you all? Hey, it's your boy Justin Norm, doing something totally different today. I am getting ready to make my first ever homemade pumpkin pie. Now, this will be partially homemade. The pie crust, I'm not willing to spend enough time on doing that, even though I've made pie crust in the past, a long time ago, when I was taking culinary classes at school and things, etc. But I just decided to make a pumpkin pie because I feel like around this time we waste pumpkins so much. Like, we'll go buy 5, 6, 7 pumpkins, carve them out, and try to make them look all pretty and put the lights and stuff in them. But what do we do with the inside of the pumpkin? Nothing. We end up just throwing it away. So here's my first attempt. I'll let you know how it goes. So I went to Deerberg's and we actually bought 3 pumpkins, 3 pie pumpkins. So they were made slightly a little different. They're small and they look so cute, especially this one. It's just so cute. Anyway, yeah. But what I did with the pumpkins now, I'm trying 2 different methods now. So this one, I broke the stem off. Basically, all you have to do is just hit it, tap it on the oven, or tap it on a hard surface, and it'll break off, and you can just take it off. Or you can cut it off. Now, with this one, I cut it off, and then I put some slits in here. Just stabbed it a few times, just so that way when I put it in the oven, what I'm going to do is put it in the oven. I got the oven set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I've seen a lot of videos where you can do it 350, 375, or 400, 450, whichever. But the main thing is we want this to cook so that everything is real soft and that you're able to poke it with a fork. If you poke with the fork, so yeah, what you got to do with this is you want to put it in the oven and you want to cook it for probably 30, 40, 45, 50 minutes or so. Basically until the pumpkin is very soft, almost mushy. So that way when you stick it with a fork, it should be able to just go straight in. Now you can see right now, this is not cooked because it will not go in. But I should be able to just push it right in with no problem. And it should go in pretty easy. Then after that, I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to take the seeds out. And I'm going to start scooping out the flesh. Okay, the flesh. You can see the flesh here. All of that is the pumpkin. The tasty pumpkin flesh that we want to eat in this pumpkin pie. Yeah. I got my daughter here, Noriana. And my wife is like taking pictures of us doing this, basically. And, you know, our kitchen is a mess, so I apologize for that. but hey, we live in a small apartment, so we had hamburgers earlier. So, but anyway, I'm getting ready to put these in the oven, so stay tuned and we'll see what happens. All right, so folks, here we are. Justin Norm, right back with you. As you can see, I have taken the pumpkins out. Now, I had it set for 45 minutes originally, but I think it took more like an hour and a half. I had the temperature at 400. If I put it up at 450, maybe it got done quicker. So, as you can see, you should be able to push like right into it. It's a little resistance.
My husband just attempted this pumpkin.
But not much. I think it's good enough for me to deal with. So, we'll see what happens next. Next thing is opening it up, taking the seeds out, and taking all the flesh out and mashing it down. So that's the next step. Stay tuned. Ooh. All right, y'all. So I'm just going to scrape because I'm still impatient. And I don't really want to wait for it to cool down. But I'm going to scrape some of these seeds out. And try to get the stringy part out. But trying to be very careful that we don't like take all the flesh out because we need that for the pumpkin pie. So. All right, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this can be long and tedious. But yeah, you're just watching me scrape it out and trying to get all of those seeds out of there. So, fun part. This is very, very fun. All right, friends, look at this. Well, yes. I took an extra step. I went on and peeled everything. I mean, there's still probably some little residue there that I probably can scrape out. But here's majority of it. Some of it's still stringy, but it's okay because we're gonna put this in our little ninja blender over here.
Ninja blender, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it pureed, get it real smooth for this part, and then I'll mix up my other ingredients. So yeah, we know I'm gonna use cinnamon. I'm gonna use probably some nutmeg, probably some ginger, sugar, some eggs. You know, it's a few other things that we got to put in there, but this is the first step. I'm probably gonna refrigerate this for now and work on the rest either later on tonight, or I'll probably work on it tomorrow because I'm not quite ready to bake this yet, but maybe I'll bake it tomorrow. Got one seed that's still in here. Gotta get that out of there. But looks good. Looks real good. So yeah. Trying to make sure I get all these seeds out.
So my husband just explained.
Alright, so next step is I'm going to scoop this all in so I can blend this some more, make it a little bit more fine. Starting to smell really good as it sits. I guess it starts to ripen. Alright, once again, I'm going to speed this part up because this can be pretty long to watch, and I'm trying to make sure that this video stays a certain length. So yeah, I'm blending it up. Get the top on there. Alright, here we go. Cool. Alright, using the same bowl, I'm going to mix together the other ingredients. Now, we're making one pie. Normally, most of the recipes that I see ask for 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. I have extra large eggs, so I'm using 3 to try to make 2 pies. And that's partially because I don't want to use all of my eggs up. So, you know, sometimes with these ingredients, it may work good, and sometimes it may not work good, but we shall see. We'll see what we come up with. So I'm going to do 3 eggs. 3 extra large eggs rather. I just want to kind of use a whisk to beat the eggs some. Sometimes I don't really use this thing. I normally use a spoon or a fork or something like that, but I happened to see it over there in my little kitchen area, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll use this. So that's good for that. Right here for now, but then what's important is a little bit more than half, so I'm just going to pour that in there. Okay. All right, this is 1/4 cup. Sorry, my camera technique is horrible right now, but 1/4. I'm gonna add that in there. All right, I'm gonna whisk this around real quick. Some vanilla extract in here. Don't need much, just for taste. Okay, add that in there. All right, I'll pour some in there. Good thing about cooking by yourself is that you can make mistakes and you don't have to worry about it. Now I am cooking this, and my wife and my kids may eat it, but experimentation first. All right, let me make a side note here that a lot of these spices you can be generous with. This pie, you know, I kind of want it to be right in the middle. I don't want it to be too spicy or too sweet, so this is why I went the route that I went. So you could adjust these as you see fit. You can put more ginger in, you can put more nutmeg in, or whatever you want to put in. There's other spices that you can use, but this is what I just chose to use. So this is just a starting point. You can always grow or do something different. So yeah, so put a tiny bit of this in there. This isn't something you probably really want to put in here, just for a little taste. I mean, it's kind of up to you how spicy you want this stuff to be. I mean, like I said, it's kind of up to you. So, all right. So I got this, McCormick real cheap ground nutmeg. Put some of this in there. Make mention that you definitely do need like at least a half a tablespoon or half a teaspoon rather of salt. So I did put a little sprinkle of salt in there. Salt just kind of helps the flavors come out, so that way you'll taste everything a little better. So I did put that in there. I forgot to mention that. So all right, I have put all the ingredients in here, and now I'm just making sure that it's good to go. Smells yummy. Gotta get the crust together now so I can pour this in. And let's see how it works out, you all. This is first time for everything. Just a norm coming at you. Just got this Pillsbury pie crust deep dish. You could have got, one that's not deep dish, but this is what I used for them. All right, my battery was going dead earlier, so I had to put it on the charger. But here is the finished product. That's pie number 1. Here's pie number 2. I think it looks pretty good. I did the test and poked it a few times here and there to make sure that it comes out clean with no residue. And it still should be kind of, a little jiggly. Not much, but, I think I cooked it probably longer than I probably had to, but I think I cooked it for about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. But that's because I just wanted to make sure that it was done all the way. I put some aluminum foil around the crust, like halfway through, to kind of keep it from burning up as much, because crust is the one biggest thing that always burns up. Now right here, I just kind of spilled some of that pumpkin mix on the side, so that's why I look so dark right there. But other than that, yeah, it kept it looking pretty good. Crust looks good. So yeah, I can get rid of this, but I'm gonna wait for this cools down. And then I am going to try a piece of it just to see what it tastes like. Well, here it is. I cut my piece, and it is very yummy. It's good. It's sweet. It's not too spicy, and it's not too sweet, but I think it's right. I think it's right for me. Oh. That's really good. Well, this is how you make pumpkin pie from scratch. Try yours out and let me know how it goes.